So you go to have a procedure done and you do your due diligence ahead of time to make sure that your provider's in network, but then you get a huge bill. Why does this happen? And why does it happen more often than people realize? So the long and short of it is, first of all, there are a lot of reasons that doctors show in network and then aren't in network, and you get hit with that surprise. The first is that network directories aren't always up to date. And so it does pay to look at the provider directory as well as the website of the provider and to call and verify if there's any discrepancy. Secondly, a lot of people assume that if they're having a procedure done and they look and see that the facility itself is in network, that means that like everyone affiliated with that facility is going to be in network. And that is just not the case. So oftentimes doctors can be in a certain network and then go do something in an outpatient facility and that they're not in network. And so you get a large bill from them. The other thing is when you're doing like something expensive or some sort of procedure, you will oftentimes not just have to deal with your provider, but you might have an anesthesiologist or a surgeon assistant, all of these other people that are in the transaction that you never thought to check on and that ultimately weren't in network with your actual insurance. And so by the time you got the bill, you paid the full boat for all of those people. And so this happens pretty often, even within a practice of clients that want me to check on and say like, this is my practice. And I will say, I get it. I need your actual provider name. Who do you see that's there? Because even within a practice, a certain practice might decide that they take an insurance and a different provider that's under that umbrella might decide that they don't take a certain insurance. And so you just want to do your due diligence so that you don't have those unpleasant surprises. And quite honestly, your network negotiated rate is your first layer of benefit on any insurance plan. It's a very significant discount, can be anywhere from 30 to 80% off of that bill, depending on the contract that they have with that insurance company. So it does pay and it does behoove you to do your extra work to make sure that everyone is in network so you don't have any unpleasant surprises. But again, sometimes you can think you're doing all of the things and then it kind of gets you. And this is why this happens. And is it by design? Maybe. Are they trying to get you? I don't really know, but I know that it happens more than people realize. So good luck.